everybody. Welcome back to another episode of Random Conversations. I'm Danielle.
And I'm Noel.
And you like our new studio?
It's nice.
It's a different studio from what you guys been seeing for the last couple of weeks. It's a change. Hopefully we could get our screen back so you can see our lovely logo, but you see it at the beginning when we are running the show. So hope you guys like it. So I wanted to talk to you about certain things that you brought to my attention, and what I think we brought to each other's attention. So a couple weeks ago, we were talking about Aisha Curry and her comments about Steph, and saying that she really wasn't attracted to somebody like Steph in the beginning. She thought she was going to be a career woman. She thought she was going to marry the guy, and she'll be the independent, the person that will hold down the family, right? Mm-hmm. So obviously that didn't work out for her. I think her life turned out better than what she probably thought it would be. And she had some comments to share about how she wasn't really feeling Steph, and she thought she was going to be somebody else, right? And it got me to thinking, should women have a whole phase before settling down? In my personal opinion, I think it's not so much a whole phase, but a phase where you could just sit with yourself and just analyze what you really want in your life. It's not like you're out there sleeping with everybody, but just just date. And each guy that you're dating, you pick apart certain things that you like about them. And if you're not really into them as a whole and you like certain things, you look for that in another man. Not to say that you sleep around, but I do think it is important that women date and explore before settling down, because look at Aisha, right? She got married very young. She had kids very young, and she probably thought like, damn, what would life be like if I didn't settle down so early? Would I be with Steph? Would I want somebody like Steph? Like what would my life be? And she will always have that in the back of her mind. Mm-hmm. So I always think it's important for women to just explore. If you want to date around, do that. Or if you want to stay to yourself and you look at other situations and be like, I want a guy like this. I think it's good for women to just stay complacent a little bit and just assess what they want. Not to be a hoe, but go ahead.
I think in a nutshell, I think women should have the way you phrase it, a whole phase, technically, but I wouldn't say, I would phrase that better. They should explore. Right?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
They should date around. They should sleep with more than one person if the person that they choose to lay with is worth it. You know what I'm saying? Don't just sleep with anybody just to sleep with them. But you're not gonna know what you like, what you don't like. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. You're not gonna really know yourself if you don't put yourself in different experiences. I'm not telling you to go just sleep with any random dude. I'm not saying that, have some ridiculous numbers, because you don't need to sleep with 100 men to find out what you like and what you don't like, right? But I
mean, if you want to sexually explore, then that's fine. But
I'm pretty sure you don't need to sleep with 100 men to freaking explore things. You can meet people that are pretty open to stuff and try different stuff with your partner and stuff like that. You don't need to sleep with 100 different people in order to find out exactly what you like and don't like. But you do need to have other experiences other than just one person. It's rare that someone finds their person right off the bat. Mm-hmm. People have multiple relationships before they finally land on the person that they're going to marry and spend the rest of their life with, right? Mm-hmm. The way I see relationships prior to marriage are all practice for marriage, right? So you're learning how to be with someone properly. You're learning how to be selfless in a relationship. You're learning how to listen. You're learning how to cater to someone else other than yourself, because when you're single, you are the priority. When you're with someone else, you kind of have to take a back seat every now and then and put that person first. Mm-hmm. So you need to learn not only about what you like to do in the bedroom, but what you like in a partner, what you want out of life, and what type of man you feel is going to be able to provide that for you, right? Mm-hmm. So it's good to date around. It's good to explore new things, do different things, because in doing those things, you learn more about yourself, mm-hmm. right?
And that's what she didn't get to do.
Well, we don't know if she didn't get to do that or not, because she said all through high school, her and Steph was just friends. They didn't really make it serious until college, right?
That's what I'm saying.
Right. You don't know if she didn't have. We don't know if she didn't have a whole phase in high school.
She was still young. Come on.
There's a lot of hoes in high school.
Yeah, but come on.
Let's not act like they ain't hoes in high school.
Women's mentality in high school, we're not fully developed. So I'm
not gonna, you know what? I'm not gonna give her that grace to say like she didn't explore enough, because I think that regardless, if she had if she had 20 or 30 partners, she still would have probably ended up with Steph, because she saw where he was going. Right, and she ain't no way she gonna give up opportunity to be with somebody who's going to the NBA for some regular dude. Exactly, that's on her.
I feel like she saw had money. Some type of regret not doing it.
The only regret
look at what she was saying about how she didn't feel desired by other men.
Aisha Curry feels very. She comes off very jealous to me.
If she didn't settle down with Steph so quickly, she wouldn't have that.
Yes,
perception of herself. No, because she wouldn't. Because she would have had chances to explore, and other men would have desired her until it was enough for her ego, and then she would. Then she could marry Steph. Yes.
To me, her issue is her ego. Her issue is the fact that she doesn't like being in the back. She don't want to be in his shadow. But you got to understand, when you marry somebody who's going to the NBA, when you marry somebody,
I'm pretty sure she had regrets.
She ain't have no regrets.
Known as Steph Curry's wife. I'm pretty sure
she's still known as Steph Curry's wife.
I don't want to be known as, but she has a name. We don't know everybody's wife who's married to somebody in the league. I don't know who Draymond Green's wife is. I don't know her name.
The only reason why
I don't know who. I think I know who Bradley.
The only reason why we know her name is because you keep talking nonsense. We don't know her name because
he put her out there. She has her own businesses.
We don't know exactly because of him. It's either
now that she has.
Hold on, time out. The only reason why we know her is because of him. Either she making him look stupid from stupid stuff that she's saying, or he put her out on Front Street.
No, that's not true.
Yes, it is. Because we don't talk about Aisha Curry now. We don't talk about Aisha Curry. We don't talk about Aisha Curry at all.
We know about Savannah James, and she doesn't go out saying crazy stuff
because
about LeBron.
But LeBron James put her out there. He's like, "This is my wife."
And so Steph Curry put.
Right, but that's what I just.
We know Aisha Curry just because of her comments. That's not true.
That's not what I said. I said we know her not only because of her comments, but because of her man putting her out there. She's upset because nobody knows her because of any accomplishments she's made. If she has name them. What are her businesses? What are her businesses?
I think she has a seasoning.
What is the name of her businesses?
What is the name? But she has.
What's the name of her seasoning line?
I know she has something out there. I know she did cookbooks.
She got some. If she got
Stop
something,
downplaying this lady.
If she don't got nothing out there that you know about, let's not talk about it.
You're downplaying
because
her.
She trying to do stuff, but it seems like the only thing that get any traction with the media, that get any traction with society, is her talking nonsense. You know, she out there making herself look stupid. It's unfortunate because Steph is out there just doing what he's supposed to do, being a model citizen, playing basketball, you know, one of the top 15 greatest players of all time, doing his thing, coming home to his wife, taking care of the kids and all that stuff. And she's out here talking about, I ain't look at him like that in high school. I thought I was going to be the breadwinner. I didn't want to be married with kids. I didn't see that in my life. It's like, so
I think all of that stems from her not getting to explore.
No.
That's what it is. Because you could talk about the lady that we were talking about even before that, the one who was crying in her car, saying that she has a good husband at home, but she's not happy. She didn't get a chance to explore either.
Yeah, but
it's always good for women to explore what they want and to have some type of phase in their life where they're not tied down to somebody and they could do. I don't want to say anybody because that's crazy. You can't just.
I mean, you can do whatever you want to do.
Exactly. You can do whatever you want and not have strings attached.
No, but the thing is,
once you have that, then you're gonna yearn for somebody later on.
No,
everything came for her so quickly, and she wasn't gonna be like, "Oh, I don't want to deal with Steph."
Exactly. And even if she had a ho-ho phase, she would have still got with Steph because she's not passing that up, and she still would have been miserable because she wants to be the star.
I don't think she's miserable right now. She might have been miserable in the past. I don't know. But at this point, I don't think she's miserable. She doesn't give me miserable vibes.
She seems miserable.
Yes, she would have had her phase. She would have probably still eventually married Steph, but she would have been content because she did that. Mm-hmm. She did what she wanted to do. Why you think she married Steph? Because of where he was going.
Okay, good. So you think that
she wasn't, nobody in their right mind wasn't gonna, but Steph didn't have the trajectory that they thought he was gonna have. He actually surpassed that.
Okay, but he's still going
Nobody
to the NBA.
saw
Ain't
him
nobody
as
letting
being the greatest shooter in NBA history.
Okay, but nobody. If a woman sees a man that she's dealing with an NBA trajectory, they're gonna attach their freaking self to that wagon. They're not letting that go.
Yeah, but I don't think she would have regrets though.
She would have regrets.
No, she wouldn't, because she already did what she had to do in the past before she settled down.
Your whole thing
with men.
Same
thing with men. Y'all could do whatever and then y'all settle down with somebody.
No. Your whole thing is that she's living in regret because she ain't sleep with a whole bunch of men.
I never said she didn't sleep with a whole bunch of men.
Because you keep going back to whole phase with her.
I never said that. I said let her be by herself and assess what she wanted.
She said what she wanted. She said she wanted to be a career woman. She said she didn't want to have children. She said she didn't want to be married. She didn't want to have that traditional
but that was when she was young.
Female lifestyle.
But that's when she was really young, because she got with Steph when she was young. If she lived out like her from like 21 to 27, just exploring. That's what I'm talking about.
The woman would have ended up right where she at right now, still miserable.
I don't think she's miserable. Stop calling the lady miserable. I don't think she's miserable.
She's miserable.
I just think it's important for women to just explore themselves. You could date around, explore what you want before you actually settle, because you don't want to settle for somebody and then end up, regretting your decision.
Now, you could date around. You should date around. You should explore. Now dating around and messing around is two different things. If you decide to lay with somebody, that's on you. You could do that. Just this generation has a habit of posting everything and letting their business out there, who they messing with, and body count and all that stuff. Like, you don't have to share that with everybody. Your body count.
Did you see
your body count is what you disclose.
Cam Newton? When he asked his current baby mother, because that's what she is, about her body count.
Cam Newton's ridiculous because his body count is off the charts, and
see, that's the double standard. But you want women to have a body count that's less than 10, while y'all out here having body counts that's in the thousands.
Honestly, I don't want to have a woman that has a body that I don't care what her body count is, so to speak, because I'm not out here asking. And if you had a crazy body count, I don't think I would. You chances are you telling me the truth is probably like slim to none. So I'm not gonna believe what you tell me regardless. All I can do is take you at face value when I'm dealing with you, right? And then I can make assumptions about who you are, right, based off of of my experience. I'm not really tripping on what the next man had or what the next man or what the other man had before me.
Knowing somebody's body count, especially or specifically for men, why do you think them knowing is a big deal? Why do they make it?
It's not a big deal to me. I never
not
asked.
To you,
I
but
never asked anybody
I'm asking
their body
you to
count.
generalize it because I'm not a man.
I think because
so why do you think men?
Some men want to feel like they're the only ones that have been there. It makes it seem more special to them. But my thing is, in Cam Newton's specific situation, right? I think he was asking her these questions because he seems like someone who's trying to avoid long-term relationship, and he's looking for any little thing
reason
to dip out.
He was married before.
Mm-hmm.
He was married to.
He
was the woman that he has the most children with.
That's a crazy sentence.
He was married to her. If I could be wrong, but I think the woman that he had at least 4 children with, he was married, and she also came into that relationship with a child, and he took that child in as his own. And what messed up that marriage was, I think he had a child outside of the marriage, and ever since then, he's just been out here willy-nilly. Yeah.
Well, let Cam Newton do whatever the hell he want to do. My thing is, there's so much shit swimming around there in the world. So much crazy stuff. You hear like different strains of this and that. Yeah. And you out here
you could get herpes through a fungus. You can't even. That's insane.
You out here dipping and dabbling and everything. Like you do you, man. Do what you gotta do. I think him asking his baby mama that question is just stupid. I think he needs to look in the mirror before he starts to ask anybody about. She's been getting a lot of heat too. Why? Because her decision to stay with him. Because she was the one that was pro women, like, you shouldn't be dealing with that and blah, blah, blah. But she was like, but when a rich nigga puts pressure on you, what are you going to do? Right. She's with him for she's with him for the same reason why Ayesha Curry with Steph Curry. The comfy,
you cannot compare.
cushy,
That's comparing apples to oranges. You cannot compare
the comfy,
that.
cushy life. She wanted to be a
Steph was.
She wanted to.
Steph
she
is
wanted,
loyal
wait,
to one person. Cam is not. The only thing they have in common is that they.
Wait, time out.
The only thing they have in common is that they have money.
She knows Steph. She got Steph on speed dial. Like they're like pen pals or whatever.
I'm looking at it from face value.
I'm
looking at it from face value. I'm not gonna sit here and say because I don't know what he does on his own time.
Okay, so let's leave it at that.
But from face value, he is with Aisha and he has all his kids with Aisha.
Mm-hmm.
Cam, I don't know if he's gonna stay with this young lady that he recently had 2 children for. I don't know that, but he has multiple baby mamas.
He's not gonna stay with her.
All right, then that's the thing. That's why I'm saying you're comparing apples to oranges. Because you're saying Aisha is there.
I'm comparing 2 women.
Because you think Aisha would stay if
Aisha's
Steph had multiple children?
No, I didn't say that. You talk about why the woman is staying there.
You're saying that Aisha's only there because Steph has money.
Steph is a superstar and he got money.
But she said
she's unhappy in every other facet of life.
She was the one that wanted to be the breadwinner. So if Steph wasn't shit, she probably would still be with Steph.
No, because she said prior to that.
She would be the one
she said prior to that she wasn't attracted to him in any type of way.
You never know.
So what made her attractive?
There's a lot of women that at first wasn't attracted to who they ended up with. Yeah. But then there's certain qualities
he just so
that
happened
the person
to be
had.
An NBA player.
And they eventually ended up together.
She mentioned in high school that there wasn't no vision of the NBA with him. So then all of a sudden college, now NBA is a reality. Now all of a sudden he's my type. Like, come on. You got to grow up, Peter Pan. Who? You.
What are you talking about?
You living in a life that's like sunshine and rainbows. Like, come on. She's telling you, and this is the crazy thing when people tell you.
I already told you what I felt about that situation.
When people
she needed to live her own life before she settled with Steph. Then certain times she wouldn't have regrets.
So you feel if she had a whole face that she'd be fine right now?
Yeah, I think so. Right. Because she would have looked back like, all right, I think I made the best decision.
So it's all about the sexual aspect.
It's not about. I'm not talking about.
Because you said whole face.
But then I said in the beginning, you're not listening.
No, I actually point blank. I said whole phase. If she had her whole phase.
All right, so I'm gonna.
She be
all right,
she said,
so I'm not gonna, basically solely put it on the whole phase. If she had time to assess her life and what she wanted from a significant other and what she wanted for herself, maybe she wouldn't come out and say those type of things because she would already did the legwork to get to where she is today. That's all I'm saying. Talking about grow up, Peter Pan, man.
I'm telling you, man. And you gotta stop believing all the hype. You gotta stop believing what these people post on social media.
I'm only going based off face value.
You don't know them.
I'm only going based off face value.
Don't know them.
Only going based off what I see. Mm-hmm. That's the only way you could judge us from what you see.
You know they got publicists, right?
The only way you could judge us from what you see.
Just letting you know, they got publicists.
What you see.
Yeah, what you see is curated.
And that's what you see based off
is what they want you to see.
Everything is curated. Mm-hmm. So that means you can't. Anyway,
this ain't curated. I ain't curated. I don't know what she's talking about. She's talking crazy. It's authentic.
Anyway, I think I won that argument because a lot of people are going to agree. A lot of females are going to agree.
Nah, I think we got some wise ones out there that's gonna
There's
understand.
some females that out there that they'll agree. Like you have to live your life before you.
No, but I said you have to live your life. But then we went into Aisha Curry and we went to a very specific individual with a very specific situation, and she said very specific things, which formed my opinion on her. Right? She said what she said.
I don't think Aisha would have stayed if Steph had multiple baby moms.
Well, we'll never know. Or maybe we will. I don't know.
That's my opinion. I'm not seeing it through no rose-tinted glasses. That's just my opinion.
But my thing is,
she doesn't strike me as a person that would stay.
There's a difference.
Even though you're rich, I don't think she would stay because you're rich.
There's a difference between
especially if you had baggage.
There's a difference
Steph
between
came clean. He didn't have no baggage.
There's a difference.
That's why she's still there.
There's a difference between getting married to somebody and then they get someone else pregnant while you're married and then you decide to stay with them, and being a girlfriend who meets someone who has other kids. Right? There's a big difference there.
Yeah, I know that.
Right. So her staying with him is not, you can't say, oh, because he got multiple baby mamas, is she gonna stay? Like as if he did that on her.
The main factor is that they're both rich. That's why you're comparing the two
they're
situations.
They're both rich, wealthy men who provide the soft life for women. And apparently the soft life is in high demand.
I don't know.
No,
I don't.
You don't. You
not
wouldn't-
everybody's gonna think the way. That,
So
the way I think.
so you wouldn't like the soft life ever presented itself to you?
Yeah, but it has to be a certain way though.
How is this way? What way? What do you mean?
I'm not dealing with a man who has money, who has all these children.
So what if he has like one or two? But he
One
has
or two,
all this
that's
money?
different. But Cam
Oh,
has
so
like
there's a
10.
number. So there's a number for you, and that number varies from woman to woman. So 2 might be like the
2
edge.
is okay, but
Right.
if I don't,
3 is but 2 is all right.
she meaning Cam Newton's significant other. I don't know because I'm looking at it from face value, but I don't know if she aspires to be a wife.
I think she does.
I
think she
I don't
aspires
know,
to be
because
his
why
wife.
why would she have another kid knowing that he doesn't have any aspirations of marrying her? And he said that out loud.
Yeah.
So I
Because kids also come with their own price tags, and we all know that. So let's not act like we don't know if you get a rich dude caught up that you could get a nice little chunk of change. Look at Brittany Renner. Got like $130,000 cash plus $5,500 in child support, and she looking to up it to $30,000, right? Because she got herself an NBA player, and that's PJ Washington. So you think Aisha Curry is gonna walk away from Steph Curry? PJ Washington makes peanuts compared to Steph. Peanuts.
Certain people are just have different mindsets than I do.
Mm-hmm. Well, we talking about Aisha Curry.
A rich guy who has 1 or 2 kids and he's looking to like settle down and not mess with my time. That's different than somebody who just wants to have kids and not do anything with you.
An 8-figure nigga can mess with your time. That's your type. That's
Whatever.
your type.
Anyway, next topic. Next,
2 kids, y'all.
Next.
That's it.
Next.
3 kids? Nah. 2.
Next.
2.5 maybe. 3? Nah.
It depends. Everything has its own, it really depends on the situation. 2 kids with one person because you had a relationship, that's different than you having 3 kids with 3 separate people. Then I'm going to be like, so what we doing here? Am I number 4?
Maybe. Or you could be the one.
And I don't care if you have.
You got to roll
money.
that dice. You got to take the chance.
You have to show me different.
There's a lot of women willing to take that chance.
You have to show me different.
To see if they could be
number
number 1.
My friends was like, Danielle, you better not have another kid if you're not marrying that man. Anywho. So the next topic I wanted to get into, you had sent me this, but I also saw this on my own. Millennials calling out of work or taking vacations, not to fly out and do things, but to stay in and sleep because of burnout. I haven't done this, but I think I should. I should take a week off just to relax and center my mind and center my body and everything so I could go back into work being my full authentic self. Because once you go in every week in and week out, just burnt out and deal with all the bullshit that you have to deal with at your 9 to 5, there is some time for you to take a week because you have it, your vacation, and just relax. Don't do anything. Pick up a book and read, or you could sleep all day. There's nothing wrong with that. You don't have to be productive 365 days out the year. So I do believe that this is a trend that I would like to hop on eventually. And a lot of millennials should. I think Gen Z is already doing it. For some reason they call themselves they paving the way. They're paving the way.
They the 6-7 era.
Yeah, they're paving the way for
Generation
a lot of
6,
stuff.
7.
They're changing a lot of things. But I do think it is important for us as millennials to just, decompress at home in your bed with, a blanket and a pillow and just sleep all day. I would love to do that. Yeah, go ahead.
I think that it's pretty telling. I mean, burnout is real, and I feel like these companies, the way society is right now in America is just they want to freaking squeeze every bit of juice out of the orange before they throw it away. And millennials and Gen Z, we're not having it. We're not gonna let you freaking drain us to the last drop and then throw us away. We understand that, no matter what you say, no matter how many pizza parties you give us, we understand just how important we are to the machine. We understand that if something were to happen to us today, tomorrow you have us replaced. So we're going to use our PTO. Now, I think millennials were the ones that really started using the mental health days and stuff like that, right? And I used to do that, take off like a random Wednesday just in the middle of the week just to just chill out and relax, And I don't think important.
Baby boomers understand that.
They don't, because they don't take time
because
off.
They love to go to work.
They don't correction. They don't love to go to work because they complain about it just like everybody else. And
they love to go to work because they can do the same thing that we can do.
They don't know how not to go to work. And they're like programmed.
They call us lazy.
Yeah, they're programmed and wired to just keep working until they drop.
They feel like because we're young, we shouldn't be tired.
I would love to see the statistics for our generation, because I know with the older generations, once they retire, it's like they just die soon after.
Yeah, a
right?
lot of yes.
I feel like we're gonna be living our lives like.
They say that a lot of people after retirement, they die like at least 2 years after because they're not doing anything with their time.
Yeah, because they've been brainwashed to freaking just give everything to a company that gives two shits about you.
Yeah, that probably replaced them a month after they left.
Yeah.
So we should just take our PTO, because a lot of us are I think in Japan, I always talk about this country. I don't know why. But in Japan, they have this old man. They have every company has an old man that literally does nothing. I saw a post, and they have an old man in a company that just literally, he doesn't do anything. He's just there. And they also have nap times for their workers. Like they take an hour by their desk, because everything in Japan is like state of the art. So they have these little cubbies where you could just slide right in and take a nap for at least an hour and get back to work. But stuff like that is never gonna happen here. It's never gonna happen.
Some places in Europe, they shut the whole damn city
They have
down.
siestas.
Yeah,
I think it's in Spain. They call it siestas, which is like taking time to just relax. And I believe certain countries, when they open their restaurants, you have breakfast. They shut down for like 2 hours. They don't go straight into lunch. They shut down for 2 hours.
They do that here.
They do that here?
They be having some restaurants where they'll just like not serve anything for like an hour.
Yeah, because they're relaxing.
Roll over to like the dinner service.
Yeah, they're relaxing. So I think that's something that we should take into consideration. Like a lot of companies should take that into consideration, so their workers could be top performers.
When the millennials take over, you're gonna start to see a change in workforce society and workforce
the way we
culture.
Dress.
Yeah,
because a lot of baby boomers, they feel like everybody who works in like a corporate setting has to be in a suit and tie all the time, or in a dress blouse and a dress pants. They're not lax. They're not lax enough.
Yeah, they could work until they drop if they want to. Hey, look, I'm not doing that. Not for no company that don't give two shits about me. I'm gonna do my work to the best of my ability, and I'm gonna take my time off. We accrue it for a reason, right? You know what I'm saying? You expected to take it. They don't even let you just keep accruing it into perpetuity. At a certain point, there's a cap, and then they force you to liquidate some of it.
Yeah,
like, you got to use it, or you're gonna lose it. Kind of like they'll transfer it over to your sick.
Yeah.
So
and there's some companies that give you unlimited, right? So when you leave, they don't pay you anything.
Yeah, well, that's not the city. The city, they pay your ass out. That's why they try to make sure that you liquidate.
Yeah, but they don't pay you anything. Like, you're leaving, all right, there's nothing we owe you. But your last 2 paychecks, that's it.
But taking that PTO to stay at home, that might not necessarily be just because they just want to recharge. It could be also because vacations are wildly expensive now.
That too.
You know what I'm saying?
But a lot of people, I just came off of a vacation, and you think you're going on vacation to relax? No.
Nope. I mean, well, no.
You gotta be up to travel. When you get there, you take a little nap, but you want to explore the new destination that you're in.
Not me.
You want to. It depends on who you're going with. You want to explore the new destination that you're in. You want to see the nightlife. You want to talk to locals. when I go on vacation, I'm trying to see stuff. I'm trying to do things.
She like an influencer when she go on vacation. Like, this is what I did. I'm on the zip line. I'm talking to this person on the street. Me, when I go, there's only two things I care about when I go on vacation: the beach and the spa. As soon as I get off the plane, I'm looking to book a spa day so I can get a nice.
You could do that here.
So I can get a nice massage.
You could do that here.
I ain't going to no beach in New York City. You out your mind? No.
The spas in Williamsburg are nice. You could go to the spas in New Jersey.
Vacation,
you could do that here.
Vacation,
when you go on vacation,
no, vacation is
it's up to you to explore and do things. For me, vacation. That's why
I'm not going on vacation to come back more burnt out. I'm not going on vacation to come back home more burnt out than I was when I left. That don't make no sense. A vacation is to recharge, right? But you see, like, to my point that I was trying to make,
you're just wasting money. That's a waste of money.
That's not, because that's fun for me. I didn't go run around. How many islands I'm gonna go on and go on ATV excursions or zip lining and all that stuff?
I went on a trip last year. I went to 3 islands.
Mm-hmm. They all look the damn same.
No, they don't.
No, they don't. It was a beach, right?
They're all but it's
blue waters, huh?
They're all different in their own way.
They look the exact damn same.
You sleep on the plane.
Yeah. Nah, I'm not doing that. When I come back to work, I want to look tan. I want to look relaxed. I want to look fresh. It's like I'm burning the candles on both ends. You just want to be on a beach? You could go to
Coney Island.
Yeah, you do that. Get stuck by a needle.
You could go to Coney Island. You could go to Jones Beach.
Come out that water with like 6 eyes.
Go to Miami.
No, hell no. Miami's played out. But yeah, like, I go on vacation. I'm trying to chill. But as a parent of 3, when I go on vacation, that ain't no vacation for me. The kids have a blast. I get home, they're like, "Oh, when we going back to Jamaica? When we doing that again, Daddy?" And I'm like, it was relax. But the favorite part of that trip was when the kids got tired for one day, and I took them upstairs to the hotel room for a nap, and we slept for like 5 hours, and it was like the best. Like, it was the best. I just want to go on vacation. I want to relax. I want to chill poolside, get drinks, chill on the beach, get a nice massage. I'm not paying to go.
I'm not paying to go on an island just to chill out.
I might do.
You could do that in your house.
Nightlife. The nightlife. First of all, we live in New York City. New York City has the best nightlife anywhere. So for me to be running down nightlife, especially, and I've been to these places already. So it's like, I'm not gonna keep going there and forget. I've been there. I'm coming here for the nice air. You know what I'm saying? The vibes and the sun. I'm not coming there to freaking party and rave and do all types of crazy shit and then come back with my eyes freaking bloodshot red, not looking like I've been on vacation.
So when I took my son to Disney World like 2 years ago, we only slept when it was time to go to bed. And that was like 9, 10 o'clock because we were out doing stuff. I said, no, we paid all this money to come out here. We're going to use up every bit of time exploring what this has to offer.
That's good.
Same thing when you go to the island. You got to explore and see what they have to offer you. Mm-mm. You can't just be on a beach all day.
Sure can.
No, you cannot. You're paying hotel. You're paying airfare.
Yeah, so.
To go sit up on a beach all day?
Yep, I love it.
I guess
I love a nice white sandy beach. Get in the water.
To each their own.
Enjoy it.
To each their own.
Like, hey, I'm married, so that ain't all I'm gonna be doing. But I say that's all I want to do.
Yeah.
But you do the excursion every now and then. They drag you around, swim with dolphins and all that BS. But
yeah,
I just want to chill. I just want to relax. I'm freaking burning the candles on both ends, 7 days a week. 7 days a week, because as we know, as parents, you come home from work, there's another job, right?
And you got to recharge because, I'm a mom too. So if I took a week off just to relax, I'm only literally relaxing from the time he goes to school to the time he gets out, which is like what, 7 hours? Yeah, 7-8 hours.
I'll take that though. I'll take that.
So yeah, I'll take that too. But if I'm going away, that's not what's going to happen. I'm doing stuff. But anyway, next topic. You like the transitions? So I saw this. There was another podcast. I think it's called 8 at the Table. They brought up a good topic that I want to get into today or tonight. Grandmothers, they no longer consistently want to watch their grandchildren. It's your baby, so it's your responsibility. The way I was brought up, my grandmother, she had all the grandchildren. My grandmother on my mother's side, because she lived in Brooklyn. She had all her grandkids, not 24/7, but a lot of the time. When mom had to go to work and dad had to go to work, we were all up in grandma's house during the summer, just relaxing. Modern day grandmothers, and mind you, my grandmother at that time, she was probably in her 60s. But modern day grandmothers, because you know, there's the age of grandmothers is slowly like decreasing. Instead of it being 65, grandmothers they're like 40 now. So they're becoming younger and younger. And they don't want to deal with no babies. It was like, I didn't lay down and make that baby. You did. So guess what? It's your responsibility. You got to find a daycare. You got to find somebody. When you want to go out, you better find somebody to watch that baby. Because guess what? I want to go out too. It's different because that's not what I'm used to. My mom, thank God, my son is her only grandkid. And she's like very motherly. So she doesn't mind watching my son when I come out to do this or if I want to do certain things. So, I just find it weird. There was another person on the podcast who was like, it's not your grandmother's responsibility to watch your kids all the time. And the young lady was like, well, why wouldn't she want to watch them? I'm trying to make a name for myself and I'm trying to make you money so you don't have to be in a nursing home. So it varies.
That's a wild thing to say. I'm like,
she's like, I'm just trying to be successful I could take care of you.
Well, if you want to lay on your back and get pregnant, that's on you. You make your decision, you make your bed, you sleep in it. You can't be looking to your grandmother to freaking take care of your kids. Like, come on now. Yeah. Like, yes, I have children. My mother and my mother-in-law, they take care of them whenever we need them to. And it's a godsend. But do I expect that? Hell no. That's why I ask, you know? Some of these women, they lay down with whoever they lay down with, knowing damn well that ain't their forever person. Now you're a single mother. You still want to go out and live a life with a lot of motion, and freaking you just expect your grandmother to put her life on hold for you because you make stupid decisions. Like, that's ridiculous to me. Oh, I need you to watch my kid because I'm trying to make something myself. You should have thought about that before you spread your legs. You spread your legs, you got pregnant. Having sex with people is a choice. Getting pregnant is having a baby is a choice. So, you know, you have to live with your choices. To expect that your mother is going to just give up her free time so that you could freaking be out and about and constantly moving, that's ridiculous. Now,
I think it has to be for a reason. Like, I have to go to work and I have nobody to watch my kid.
Right, and they have to be able to do it. You can't expect them to drop whatever they're doing to make sure that you can get what you need to get done, because ultimately you made this decision. You gotta freaking fix your life and make it fit around your new set of circumstances. You can't look to your mother to save you. If something happened to your mother, what you gonna do? Exactly. Right? You got to learn how to situate your life so that you don't have to depend on her. You know what I'm saying? But to walk around thinking that the grandparents are obligated to take care of your children, that's ridiculous. Yeah. And it's that type of freaking thinking why you have all these young mothers running around thinking that it's okay. Maybe if a lot of these grandmothers decided not to be so, accommodating, maybe they'd think twice about it.
Even though there is a statistic saying that grandchildren helps grandparents live longer because of the responsibility of taking care of your grandkids.
I don't know about that. Kids is tough and they drive me crazy.
Yeah, it keeps them alive. You see how post-retirement, how some of them just wither away and pass on. It's the grandkids that keep them afloat. The responsibilities, the added responsibilities when the parents can't do it.
That's
the
for
grandparents.
That's for the old generation. These young grandmothers,
I know.
They got a lot of motion. They trying to go outside. They trying to live their life.
I'm just saying.
They put their life on hold because they had you young.
Because some of the
you want to put their life on hold again.
Grandparents feel the same way. They want to go on Tom Joyner cruises. They want to do XYZ. Why am I stuck here watching your kids?
The WBLS
cruises. But moral of the story is.
Don't be having kids you can't take care of. Don't expect your mama to take care of your kids. You need to get your lazy ass up, get yourself a real fucking job,
All right,
pay for daycare, and take
there
care of
has
your
to be
kids.
a softer way to deliver that message.
Ain't no softer way, because I'm tired of these young people running around here just popping out babies. And it's so sad when you see people who can't have children and they be fighting their damnedest to have a child. And then you got these dummies that just lay down once and freaking get pregnant and then boom. Now grandma got to sit there like, damn, I'm watching this little. Like, I want to go out. I'm supposed to be going to Governor's Island with my girls.
I'm supposed to be Governor's Island, but okay.
I know some older ladies that love going to Governor's Island. You don't like going to Governor's Island because you're a younger woman. Okay. But so you know what older ladies like to do?
They like to go to Tom Joyner cruises. But we have to go. So that was your latest episode of Random Conversations. I'm Danielle.
And I'm Noel.
And we'll see you next week. Bye-bye.